This is the lodge that we had lunch in. This is the lodge that we had lunch at in Finland. Very wonderful lunch, actually. Better food than on the ship and simpler and better.
Even we had a very bad recession here in early 90s, so the company still took the youngsters for these internship works because they knew that that's their future anyway. So although there was a little work for other ones, so these summer workers got their jobs, and it's still the same thing. So this is briefly our system, and today Finns are very highly educated, the young ones.
Now we're coming back into Helsinki. Kind of ugly looking buildings there today. What that is. Miniature little houses, it looks like.
Yes, it's available there.
Notice that the bike path is right alongside on the sidewalk, and then one half is for pedestrians, one half for bicyclists.
Church, but most of us do. Most of us belong to the Evangelical Lutheran Church, and if you choose to belong to the Lutheran Church, we have to pay 1% of our income to the church. So that's included in that income number what I gave to you. So automatically 1% goes to the church. This has an old tradition. In old days, the church used to keep vital records for the state. We have been recorded since 1600s. The minister wrote to the so-called church books who was born and who died and who got married and so on. So these church books were kept by the church. And then when church and state separated in 1946, they made an agreement. The church keeps books for the state, vital records, and state collects money for the church. Now we have computers, we are very advanced in this, the techniques and so on. It's not needed at all anymore, but do you think church want to give up the right to get 1% of everybody's income? And we Finns are very funny. We don't attend the services. We really don't care about the church, but we nicely pay 1% of our income to the church.
This is called the Rock Church because at the insistence of the neighborhood, they were not allowed to build a church that would not only destroy the views of the condominiums nearby, but the people did not want the traditional high steepled church. And so this one was conceived by two architects, and it's built into the bedrock that was already here. So very innovative. And it asks people to be quiet, but they jabber on. I wonder what the acoustics are like in here. It's interesting that you can still see the drilling holes just like you would alongside a highway. I wonder if they had anticipated that design element, or as a design element. This is the original exterior bedrock. And the nice thing about it is that the rocks up above there allude to the traditional church, whose face would be made out of huge rock like that. although it was usually mortared in place, and these don't look to be mortared in place.
Because he felt Turku was too close to Sweden. So then Helsinki became the capital of Finland 1812, and at that year in Helsinki were living only 5,000 people, so it still was very small. But then after the war, when Finland started to urbanize in a very fast speed, then Helsinki started to grow. And now so you can travel as much as you want to during 1 month in every city transportation system. Even the ferry to Suomenlinna is included to that. Or you can have time card so that you pay. In Finland we are very advanced in techniques, so easier to promote gasoline.
It's the railway station here, I think.
Mainly the homes are heated with oil. It's so convenient. Just
Look at the bicycles.
in towns we have district heating plants from where the heat is distributed. There are lamps in the decoration, yes. And on the left hand side, the Grey National Gallery, or Greece, like you remember. But it was very much in Helsinki. It was not made in, if you come from the south, so you maybe don't have the possibility to see icebreakers. This is now the historical centrum. After a little while we come back here and we will have a little stop here. This is the library of Helsinki University to the right hand side, then the main building of Helsinki University to the right. And on the left hand side is the old Senate building there. It's nowadays, the official name of it is the Council, Palace of Council of State, but it is an old Senate building. And then today. Very logical because we... And this is the open air market here on the right hand side that operates all year round from 7 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and in summertime it operates until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In the summer it's a very colorful place. There are lots of plants and souvenirs and berries and fresh fish and so on. In winter time mainly just fish and souvenirs. But the church was consecrated in 1868. And it was originally built for the Russians who lived as a guard. In Finland we have the compulsory conscript. Boys have to enter the military training when they are 19 years old. Every male citizens have to do it. Girls may, but they don't have to. And our defense system trains every year about 30,000 youngsters. And then after they have been trained, they are put into reserve, from where they are then asked for drilling, depending on their position. Now if you look to the right, you see the icebreakers. Those icebreakers are so-called polar-size icebreakers. The biggest ones of them have 55,000 horsepower, and they can break the ice up till 1.5 meter function. They climb on top of the ice and push it down. They don't push it ahead, but they climb up. Therefore, they are so powerful. Then they have 2 big water tanks on each side, and the water is moved from one side to the other, so at the same time it rocks. So it has and we need them here up in the winter time. Finland is the only country where all harbors can freeze gas tankers. And often, you know, the things what they have, which have.
Thank you. Don't don't know what that building is. Many of the buildings that I'll pan past belong somehow to the university that educates approximately 150,000 students at a time. The lady told me that that blue-gray building is the oldest in Helsinki. What that means in time, I don't know. And this is a companion building. So these two buildings on either side were once the bell towers. Now that one's not used at all, and this one is used as a cafeteria apparently, or cafe.
They are like that, yeah. This is more like a Roman Catholic. Yeah, this is more like a Roman Catholic. And the concerts are free, so in the summer days often youngsters gather to every day the same thing and all year round. In the summertime these ferries are fully booked, so if you decide to go for summer vacation, for instance, and many ambassadors have their residencies in this part. This is considered the best part of Helsinki. But they have come to Finland during the time. Spruce and pine we use as a raw material to make pulp and paper. And birch we use today to make plywood and furniture. If you come from Miami area, so you have maybe seen the Bruce Goose there, that was made of Finnish plywood. The airplane which Howard Hughes made came down with it. But that was made of Finnish plywood, for instance. That's a good example. I think it exists still, but it's not in Miami anymore. In Finland, and if you leave your rug there even for days, nobody steals it. You come and pick it up when it's dry. It is a summer sport here. People get there and scrub their rugs clean and have a good time. That's the place where Finns might even talk to each other. Those platforms are provided by the city of Helsinki, but normally we wash the rugs on our own summer houses and the jetties there.